Hello, my name is Jeanette and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind the Oak and Rope Company. Ever since I was 6 years old, I've wanted to be a carpenter. I spent my childhood climbing trees and building tree houses as high up as my best friend would climb. Some of my earliest memories are of my parents building our family home. My dad's a true romantic and he would turn his hand to almost anything to try and bring my mother's visions into reality. She has an incredible eye for detail, and as a result our beautiful home was full of unique, practical and thoughtful designs in a true Scandinavian tradition. Fast forward a few years and I'm working in London, and I find there's a big gap between who I was as a child and what I do day to day, and I'm forever trying to fill that gap. When I go shopping, particularly for presents for people, I can't buy things just for the sake of it. And if I can't find what I want to buy, I make it. I'm also one of those secretly competitive people that want my present to be the best present they get. And that's the start of the Oak and Rope Company, when I decided to make a large garden swing for a friend's birthday. For the first 2 years, I made everything myself. Today we have a team of highly skilled craftsmen doing all the carving in our workshop in Kent. I try and make all the prototypes myself, and I love seeing ideas being turned into reality. We've had a few highs and lows over the last 10 years. The absolute low point was a devastating fire 5 years ago. It's not something I'm ever going to be comfortable talking about, but looking back now, it's important to share the story of the incredible team who managed to carry on business as usual at the same time as they were rebuilding a workshop. I think I've learned to be true to myself, and if I try and be the best that I can be, then wonderful things happen. Like when a film producer rang and ordered 160 swings to be delivered in 2 weeks. Little did we know that she was actually going to supply half of Hollywood with garden swings, and that I was actually going to get really close to George Clooney's bottom. Or when we kept very quiet about a special wedding present that was commissioned in 2011, and years later we were rewarded by worldwide press coverage when a certain little prince was photographed standing on one of our swings. I find there's a lot of wisdom in quotations, and I love them as long as they're not being overused. I particularly adore the ones with a double meaning, where we can put them on the relevant product. For instance, take the biscuit on a jar. We all know that buying a house is a really painful process, and a few years ago, when we had gone through exactly that, I wanted to carve a swing with "We made it." But when I discussed that with my children, they actually suggested a much better engraving. They said, let's carve "push yourself" on it, and that's a motto I'm happy to live under as well. What I love about Oak and Rope is how the things that we make take on a meaning far greater than the pieces of oak or the practical function of the products. When you add the words in, be it names, dates, places or quotes, it adds a unique dimension that goes far beyond what I could have ever imagined. I really believe that good design improves our lives, and also that giving a thoughtful present helps us strengthen our connections with friends and family, and it can even help you reconnect with how you want to live your life. At Oak and Rope, we simply make the things we wish existed, and then your stories go on from there.